In the world of music, there are those who follow tradition, those who adhere to the unwritten rules of genre and style. Then there are the disruptors, the rebels, the visionaries who shatter expectations and redefine what artistry means in their time. Today, we're about to delve deep into the extraordinary journey of one such maverick artist, Tyler, the Creator. Over the next 90 minutes, we'll explore every nook and cranny of his remarkable career, marked by bold reinvention and relentless creativity. From his early days with Odd Future to his Grammy-winning triumphs, Tyler's journey is not just a passage through music, but a reflection of the changing currents of culture and personal discovery. In an era when hip-hop often seemed to tread familiar ground, Tyler introduced an explosive energy that couldn't be ignored. Born Tyler Gregory Okonma, his rise began with the infamous collective Odd Future Wolfgang Kill Them All, or simply Odd Future. This loose group of like-minded young artists, fueled by a shared disdain for the conventional and a fierce DIY ethic, stormed the scene with a brashness reminiscent of punk rock's golden days. It was within this untamed, chaotic, and highly creative environment that Tyler began to carve out his own distinct artistic persona. The Odd Future era was a time of defiance. It was raw, visceral, and confrontational. With Tyler leading the charge, the collective's music became notorious for its graphic content and anti-establishment stance. Tyler's debut solo album, Goblin, released in 2011, became the lightning rod for both adoration and controversy. With its aggressive, provocative lyrics and sinister production, the album captured the angst and rebellion of a new generation. Critics were divided, some hailing Tyler as a unique voice, while others were deeply unsettled by his content. However, beyond the lyrical shock value, there was a method to the madness. Tyler's production on Goblin was deliberately dark and minimalist, reflecting the turbulent inner world he rapped about. The stark beats and haunting synths created an atmosphere both captivating and unnerving. It was music that demanded a reaction, one way or the other, and it achieved exactly that. As Tyler performed live, often with chaotic, high-energy antics that mirrored his music, he and Odd Future became both heroes and villains in the eyes of the public. But amid the chaos, a young artist was emerging, a storyteller with a unique vision, positioning himself for a journey that would continuously evolve. Following the shockwaves of Goblin, it became clear that Tyler's career could go in many directions. With 2013's Wolf, he began sharpening his focus, crafting music that, while still audacious, hinted at introspection beneath the bravado. Wolf marked a pivotal turning point. It was a departure from the harsh textures of Goblin, embracing a more melodic approach while advancing his narrative skills in songwriting. The album explored themes of love, adolescence, and friendship with nuance and depth, offering a glimpse of the maturing artist behind the enfant terrible persona. Collaborations during this period allowed Tyler to expand his palette, drawing in features from Pharrell Williams, a significant influence, along with Earl Sweatshirt and Erykah Badu. These connections enriched his sound and broadened his reach within the industry. With Wolf, Tyler began garnering recognition not just as a controversial figure, but as a formidable talent capable of emotional resonance. Critics started to appreciate the complexity in his work, and fans who had been enticed by the shock factor could see Tyler's evolution as an artist truly worth following. The next phase in Tyler's development came to light in 2015 with Cherry Bomb, an album that signaled a bold leap into experimental territory. If one expected Tyler to settle into a comfort zone, they were to be surprised. Cherry Bomb was a loud, genre-blending project that stretched his sonic boundaries further than ever before. Influenced by punk rock, jazz, and neo-soul, it was an album of contrasts and contradictions. For some, it was disorienting. For others, it was a thrilling testament to his experimental spirit. Critics once again faced the challenge of categorizing Tyler. Here was an album that resisted easy labels, oscillating between moments of melodic beauty and abrasive distortion. The production was a cacophony, densely layered and meticulously chaotic. Tyler's decision to challenge the listener with deliberate imperfections and raw energy was a testament to his commitment to artistic freedom, a principle that increasingly defined his body of work. As the dust settled on Cherry Bomb, it was clear that Tyler was more than a provocateur. He was an artist exploring all facets of his influences, from Pharrell to the Beach Boys, expressively combining them to construct an evolving narrative. The journey, however, was far from over. Tyler once again shifted his artistic compass with his 2017 release, Flower Boy. This time, he peeled away the layers of character and controversy to reveal vulnerability and introspection. Flower Boy was a revelation, a rich tapestry of sound and emotion that signaled Tyler's arrival as an artist with both universal appeal and personal narrative. Themes of identity, loneliness, and self-discovery ran throughout the album, resonating deeply with listeners and critics alike. Here was a Tyler that many had not expected: candid, contemplative, and irresistibly melodic. The production was lush, with carefully crafted arrangements that felt timeless and modern in equal measure. The music's warmth and sincerity marked a stark contrast to the raw energy of his earlier work, offering a welcome breath of fresh air. The critical acclaim that followed was significant, positioning Flower Boy as a cornerstone in Tyler's career. No longer was he just a polarizing figure. He had become a respected artist whose work was now eligible for Grammy consideration. This recognition heralded a new era in Tyler's journey, one where the world finally acknowledged his extraordinary talent and rich artistry. Leading to Igor, released in 2019, Tyler continued to redefine his narrative, introducing an album rich with story, emotion, and invention. Igor was an opus of love and heartbreak, crafted with meticulous care and executed through a cohesive narrative. The album's protagonist, Igor, traverses the tumultuous landscape of a failing relationship, providing listeners with a deeply relatable and immersive experience. As Tyler shed more of the alter ego antics, his concept was clear. Every note, every hook, and every transition served the story's emotional arc. Stylistically, Igor embraced an eclectic mix of soulful grooves, synth-heavy production, and retro influences. The exploration of genres such as funk, R&B, and electronica was seamless, with Tyler's distinct touch evident throughout. The project's narrative strength, combined with its sonic coherence, won over critics worldwide, earning Tyler his first Grammy for Best Rap Album. The narrative coherence and distinct vibe of Igor solidified Tyler's artistic evolution. Here was a self-assured musician unafraid to delve into the complexities of emotion, crafting an album that resonated both musically and lyrically. The accolades and success of Igor emboldened Tyler, fueling his next venture, a return to rap fundamentals and exploration of personal themes, as witnessed in his 2021 release, Call Me If You Get Lost. With Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler embraced a travel-inspired theme, embodying the spirit of adventure and self-exploration. This album represented a full-circle return to his roots in hip-hop, albeit with the refined sensibilities developed from his previous experiences. The production was rich with a seamless blend of mature beats and evocative storytelling. Featuring influences from DJ Drama's Gangsta Grillz mixtapes, it was a tribute to the genre's past, yet distinctly forward-looking. Winning another Grammy, Call Me If You Get Lost reiterated Tyler's position as a contemporary visionary and reminded audiences of his profound versatility. It struck a chord with listeners who marveled at his ability to pivot stylistically while retaining the authenticity that marked each phase of his career. Reflecting on Tyler's ongoing journey, one can't help but acknowledge his influence on both the music industry and popular culture. He has inspired a new wave of artists unafraid to embrace their own distinct talents, as well as pushing the boundaries of what hip-hop can encompass. Tyler's work continues to be a testament to the power of transformation, illustrating that artistic evolution often involves breaking down the walls we build around ourselves. As we conclude this exploration, we invite listeners to reflect on their own favorite eras of Tyler, the creator's illustrious career. Each phase is a testament to his undying commitment to artistic authenticity and innovation. We leave you with a sense of anticipation for what comes next, as Tyler's creative odyssey shows no signs of stopping. Who knows where his boundless imagination will take him, reflecting both the journey of an artist and the ever-evolving tapestry of human expression.